Any of us can fall.
And this video is about what to do if it happens.
How to get yourself up, or what to do if you can't get up.
I was surprised to discover just how easy it is to get yourself up off the floor, if you know how. Let me show you. The first thing that you've got to do is stay calm. Stop and assess your situation. Make sure that you're not hurt and think about what you're going to do. Bend your knees up and then you're going to rock and roll yourself onto your side. And that's you. Now we're going to push yourself up into a side sitting. And just take a breather whenever you need to. And then get onto your hands and knees. Now find something stable to hold on to. I'm going to use my sofa. So crawl over to your sofa. And put your hands up onto the sofa. And make sure that your strong leg is leaning against the sofa. Bring it up and make sure that your foot is flat on the floor. Tuck the toes of your other foot in. Now the big push is coming next, so take a breather and push yourself up, putting all your weight on your stronger leg, and just turn round. Sit down, breathe and relax. So that's the way to get up off the floor, and the best way may vary from person to person.
It was amazing how quickly it flashed into my head. I tripped over a root growing across the path and went headlong into the bushes. And the drill came into action right away. Got my hands down, got up, uninjured, unhurt.
I think the thing that amazed me was I expected it to be quite hard to learn how to get up. And I found out just how easy
natural.
it was.
You really are doing what you did naturally as a kid.
That's right.
So you fell in the playground. You just rolled over on your side and eased yourself up.
And we'd just forgotten to do that.
Well, my daughter works away, so it gives her peace of mind knowing that if I had a fall, then I could get back up on my own.
When I fell outside, I was absolutely terrified going out on my own for ages.
Fear leads to isolation.
And I think now that I have got this knowledge in my head, I'm actually not as worried as I was before.
I'm not in any way saying that falling is funny, it's not. But as I was falling, I was thinking, get off the floor, you will be fine. As I got up, I was laughing, I wasn't crying. I was more worried about the workman across the road having a good laugh at my handbag spilled all over the road.
What a difference it's made being able to do that for myself. It's helped my confidence, very much so.
Yeah, I might fall again, but I don't have the same fear because I know that I can actively do something to keep me okay.
I know how to get up if I fall, but there are lots of reasons why someone may not be able to get themselves up. You should think in advance how you could call for help should you need it.
It makes sense to get yourself set up with a community alarm. You can get a pendant alarm or one you can wear on your wrist. The operator's voice comes out of the base unit. They are trained to deal with big and small emergencies. The alarm is waterproof, So there's no need to take it off in the shower. You should really wear it all the time.
So it's a good idea to set up a family member or a neighbour to come and help you if you can't get up. Now make sure they've got a spare key. Or you could have a key safe. And make sure that it's police approved. And if you've got one of these smart gadgets, like an Alexa or a Google Home, you can set that up to call your helper. But the main thing is to have a mobile phone. Keep it switched on, keep it charged, and keep it with you. I had to get my granddaughter to programme my emergency number into my phone. If you're hurt, use your phone to dial 999. If you're not hurt but you can't get up, you can also call 111 and get advice from the NHS.
One of the things, if you do have a fall, is getting a community alarm. And if you've got one, don't worry about using it.
At first you think, oh gosh, they'll think I'm silly and I've just fallen. But at the end of the day, we are important and we should press and get someone to come and help.
And the other thing I learned is always have my mobile phone with me. And if you don't want to carry a bag around your garden, I have been known also to stick it down my bra if I've nothing else available.
There are lots of ways to call for help. While you are waiting for help to arrive, keep warm, keep comfortable, keep moving, and drink some water. Crawl or shuffle to a comfier place if you can. Keep moving your body gently, as much as you can. If it hurts, stop. A good tip is to leave some cushions, blankets, water around the house, so they are there when you need them.
Your house has got to be prepared for that in a way, have things on hand that if you do fall.
Maybe look at each room, sort of prepare something, there might be a wee cover lying under a table, or even if you're in the bathroom you might have a bath mat.
I don't lie still for too long.
Don't lie still for too long, no. Another important thing is keep your limbs moving. As long as it's not like something what you've broken, but you can keep your arms, your shoulders, your feet, or anything like that,
If you felt dizzy before you fell, or if you blacked out, you should get yourself along to the doctors afterwards. Get yourself checked out.
If you can get yourself up, keep practicing so that you are ready if one day you need to do it for real. To practice getting up, you need to know how to get down to the floor safely.
So this is how I do it, and I use a cushion just for comfort. So stand up, just push yourself up, using your hands and legs, and make sure that you're nice and steady. Grab my pillow. I take a step forward and turn round. Put your pillow down. And with your strong leg, step forward towards the bed. Hands on the bed and kneel down. Now, this is a good time just to check to make sure that you can get back up again. Push yourself up. Go back down again. So down onto both your knees. Now I'm going to crawl back. I'm going to bring my cushion with me. Down into your side sitting position. And your pillow and up here for my head. I'm going to lie all the way down. roll on over onto my back. And now I'm ready to practice getting back up again.
The more you do it, the more confident you get that this is, you know, this really works.
You keep practicing it, it almost becomes embedded in your memory.
You do feel a bit silly when you're just practicing it.
You feel like, you know, do I look like a frog or something like that, you know?
I know.
And it doesn't matter because
No,
there's nobody there to see
watching you.
I don't think the cat minds me being silly.
A great idea for the grandchildren, you know, making it a game for them to participate in.
I do it with my daughter, who's only 23, and we make a laugh out of it.
You need to keep practicing so you're confident that it will come back into your mind
when it needs to.
if you ever
need it.
again. Yeah.
It's down in my hands and knees and crawling about, looking for my specs. And that's how I do my practice. It's not called practice, it's called practical.
We are all different, and every fall is different, and a fall can be a real shock. But getting up or getting help quickly can be the first step to a good recovery.
Experiment to find out what works for you. Because I've got dodgy knees, I don't get on all fours. This is what I do. I'm pushing myself up to side sitting position. Then I'm going to roll onto my backside and shuffle back to the stairs. Now I've got my back to the stairs, I'm going to use my arms and legs to get myself up onto the first step. Take a wee breath. Doing the same thing, only get my feet more implanted in the floor. Using my hands and legs up onto the second step. From here, I can use the banister to get myself up to a standing position. Wherever you fall, make sure it's not a long lie on the ground. Long lies are for Sunday mornings.
My mother, she happened to have a fall. After that, she sort of deteriorated because of the lying on the floor all day.
You do worry about falling. So I thought it was a good idea to find out how to help yourself to get up. If you've got that knowledge, it's taking away that fear if you do fall.
I've got a little greenhouse thing, and I tripped over a flower pot and fell backwards through the glass. But how do you get up when you're surrounded by broken glass? So what I did do is I sugared in my bum.
You bummed your way out.
Yes, I bummed my way in a number of situations, Jane.
Don't tell us.
So I wriggled like this out, and then I grabbed hold of the staging, the benches at the side of the greenhouse, and hauled myself up and said to myself, thank God that was no worse.
Now you know how to get yourself up and what you should do if you can't. And finally, some tips for how to prevent falls in the first place.
Knowing how to get up is vital, but knowing how to prevent you falling in the first place. You have to look at your space where you are living.
My father had a fall in his own house and he tripped, and it was the edge of the carpet had come out, the little rod thing. We then went round all of the house with him and we checked and screwed them all down properly. Maybe get your neighbour even come in, can you just check all of these bits?
Or if you want to go whole hog, get the falls people to come and do it for you.
Ah, okay.
The other thing I would say is get somebody competent, a doctor, to check your medicine.
You know, as you get older, it's a good idea to have your eyes tested regularly, you know.
If you're going to put slippers on when you get out of bed, you have to make sure that they are sturdy.
I think one of the big things though is keeping fit and agile and exercising and concentrating on your strength and balance. And the more able that you are to right yourself if you stumble, the chances are that you won't fall.
First time I tried the one-legged wobble was a real eye-opener, you know, because you don't realise
No.
how much strength you've got in your legs.
When I started the Tego classes, it's made a vast difference.
It's made me feel a wee bit stronger.
Even if you can't access a class,
You can make everything into a bit of an exercise.
some of them can be done in a chair, some of them can be done if you're leaning on the worktop waiting for the kettle to boil. There's always something that you can do to improve your strength and balance. And practice.
So there's a lot that you can do for yourself to prevent falls and to keep your bones strong. But sometimes you may need help. If you start falling, or if you're worried about falling, or if you're struggling to recover from a fall, go to your doctors.
Before we finish, here is a quick reminder of a way to get yourself up off the floor.
So first, stay calm and assess the situation. If you're okay to get up, start by pushing up to side sitting. Then, roll on to your hands and knees. Look for a piece of furniture to crawl to and make sure it's safe and stable. With your stronger leg, put your foot flat on the ground and when you're ready, oomph yourself up. The way I like to do it is to almost stand and turn slowly, holding onto the furniture. Then I sit down for a rest.
I feel quite strongly is that falling isn't a natural consequence of age.
It doesn't stop me going up and down hills with the dog and doing the things I normally do.
Personally, I don't want to be trapped in my home, not being able to go out in case I fall.
You feel now that you've got this, like a security blanket of knowing how to get yourself back up again.
And pride that you can do these things as well.
If just in case happens, I can help myself.
Get yourself up, dust yourself off and start all
over again.
Does that mean falling down again?
Learn how to get yourself up and practice.
Know how to get help if you can't get up.
And take action to prevent falls. To find out more, go to nhsinform.scot and search for falls and for telecare self-check.
More info from fallsassistant.org.uk, careandrepairscotland.co.uk, the ROS.org and the Age Scotland helpline 0800 12 44 222.